All right, day 20. Get my hat. Here we go. Day 20. Um, Yesterday's live was pretty good. I was happy with that live. But anyways, are you struggling getting the body that you want? So we're gonna talk about some fitness. This page is about elevation, so elevating in all types of ways. Yo, it was good. Talking to Mr. Made in the comments. But anyways, are you struggling getting the body that you want? First of all, first thing you got to ask yourself is the body that you want your body? What do I mean by that? A lot of times people, the body that they want is literally someone else's body that they looking at and saying, this is the body that I want. But everybody's body type is different. So the body that you want, it has to align with your body. I feel like this thing is a little choppy. If it is, let me know. If I apologize if it is. The Wi-Fi acting a little funny. But anyways, is are you looking at someone else's body and saying, "Oh, I want that body," and now you're trying to do things, or you're killing yourself in the gym, and you're getting discouraged and all of these things because your body is not looking like the next person's body. So when you look at your body, or when you reflect and think about and envision the body that you want, you must look at your body first and then see where you want to sculpt it. Don't try to have a body like someone else. It's not gonna work. It's gonna end up um really discouraging you and keeping you out of the gym, you know. And the first okay, so one person saying it is fine, the next person saying it's choppy. Damn, I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi right now. But anyways, I hope it records it well. But so yeah, learning your body and figuring out what works for you. If you focus on other people's body, you're gonna get discouraged. And getting discouraged is the worst thing you could do when you're trying to get in shape because it'll keep you out the gym. You just worry about going to the gym, and then from there you can start to sculpt your body how you want to. You'll see your body start to develop as you're working out. Do your basic exercises, the core exercises, which is okay. I got a 4.99. What is that? A chat payment. That's what's up. But anyways, appreciate that. Uh, for those who watching, there is a button down there. Whether you're watching live or later, if these videos help and you want to donate, that helps out a lot. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. But anyways, so when you're working out, um, if you do your compound movements, personal training was my background, so this is something I was very passionate about once upon a time. I'm still passionate about it, but only for myself. I really don't want to train people anymore. But anyways, do your compound lifts. Compound lifts, the main lifts. You have squats, you have deadlifts. Make sure that you're squatting with proper form. Make sure that you're deadlifting with proper form. If you need to, it's more exercise. I'm just talking about these right now. But if you need to get a personal trainer to teach you how to squat properly, do so. Or you can find somebody in the gym who maybe if they're a power lifter, more than likely they know how to squat properly because they have to squat a certain way to even power lift, to be in those powerlifting competitions because they get red flagged if they don't. So maybe you can ask them how to squat properly. But get with a trainer. Hopefully that trainer can see if you have any uh, muscle imbalances and correct them if you have any muscle imbalances. That's a big thing. When you squat, you should be squatting. You shouldn't be what I call bar stooling, which is like you basically moving down just a little bit. No, if your hip bone doesn't break your knee bone, so if let's say if this is your hip bone right here, and this is your knee bone, the knee bone needs to go like this. Knee bone on this side, hip bone. So it needs to go up underneath, right? I think I said that right. Yeah, knee over here, hip. if you're squatting and this is you standing up and you're squatting, and you're just doing like this and then going back up, you're not squatting. That's not a squat. That's a bar stool. It's like sitting on a bar stool. When you squat, you gotta think if you was to squat down and shit in the woods, right? Now, most people don't have the mobility to go all the way down right away, but you work to getting to that point. Don't just start adding more weight and then you're still stopping short. No, work on the mobility. But anyways, so you have squats. You can do body weight squats. You don't even have to add weight. This is for the people who's trying to get in shape, who's a novice in the gym. Then you have deadlifts. You have bench press or some type of bench press, whether it's barbell bench or dumbbell press. Um, you have dips, pull ups, military press with the bar. So it's a bar and you pressing upward for your shoulders, or you can use dumbbells. And you got some type of either if you're not doing pull-ups, you can do a lat pull down. So it's like a bar and then you pull down. And some type of row, some rowing motion where you're pulling weight towards you, whether you're doing a bent over row or you're doing a cable row. But those are your basic compound movements. Figure out how to do those compound movements. Um, don't worry about trying to sculpt your body and say, okay, I want bigger arms, or if it's I almost caught a cramp. I worked out hard today, but I want bigger arms, or I want a bigger booty, or well, for the ladies who be wanting a bigger booty, hip thrust is your number one exercise. All the little fancy little things y'all be seeing with the girl be hopping and hip thrust is your number one exercise. That's the best thing to do. But anyways, stick to your compound movements. As you start getting good at your compound movements and you start getting stronger and stronger, focus on strength. Don't focus on anything else. Don't focus on trying to look a certain way. Just focus on consistency and getting stronger. If you're consistent, you're going to get stronger. But as your numbers start to increase, let's say if you started off squatting just a bar and then you get to 135 and you're going consistently, um, you will start to see things change on your body. Go for about 6 months to a year. You'll see how your body changes. You'll see where you develop muscle quicker than other areas and things like that. Then from there, after you pull off about a year, now you can start saying, okay, I want to sculpt it a certain way. Now I want to maybe add a little bit, add a inch and a half more on my arms, or I want my shoulders to get broader, or my back, or my butt, or my thighs, whatever. But consistency is key. You have to, and those compound movements, you will start to see your body change. So that's important. Now, the biggest thing is get into the gym. So how is it that people get to that point where they're consistent? What I would say is start, excuse me. So used to tell some of my clients, um, start with something small. Like if you have never been to the gym at all. Oh, hold up. I gotta take this call. It's live, but it's important. It's business. Hello? Okay. Uh, no, I wouldn't be able to. I'm doing a live stream right now. I wouldn't be able to be there till 10. Okay. All right. All right. Bye. My bad. It's business. You know what I mean? Making money. But anyways, so so yeah. So getting back to the basics, how to start working out regularly. So go in there and focus on just making it to the gym. Don't worry about doing all these type of crazy exercises. Don't worry about how long you're in the gym. Um, None of that stuff it matters. What you need to focus on in the beginning is just literally going to the gym. So what I would tell some of my clients, this is if you decide to go to the gym. Some people don't want to go to the gym. They want to do their workout at home. And I could address that as well, but I'm gonna talk about going to the gym first. So the best thing to do is go to the gym. You get a membership and you go every day. Whether you actually go in there and do anything, just go in there, walk all the way to the back. And if you want to walk all the way back out and leave and go home, fine. Fine. Because those are people who've never been to the gym and like, yo, I want to go to the gym. I'm intimidated by the gym. Whatever the case may be, just go in the gym, walk all the way to the back, maybe to the lockers, and then you can leave. But do that 4 days a week. And I know you're like, why would I waste my time doing that? Because you want to create a habit. Plus, even that little bit of walk that you did was still more calories than you was burning before. So, no, even if it's small, it's still more calories than you burned, before you signed up to the gym, right? So, walk in there, walk all the way back, walk back out. Eventually, you're gonna feel foolish, and then you're gonna say, you know what? Wow, since I'm here, let me walk around the gym and see something. Or you might say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just get on a treadmill and walk for a little bit. Even if you do 5 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on how out of shape you are. Some people, their streams, it could be like 3 minutes, they could be tired. But just walk on the treadmill. Add a minute each day to your walk. You know what I mean? Eventually, what'll happen is you're doing that consistent, you're gonna start feeling good. Also, you're gonna be speaking affirmations to yourself the morning when you wake up about how you're healthy and how you're fit. You don't have to necessarily put a goal on it yet. You just want to say, I'm healthy, I'm fit. Um, and then while you're in the gym, you'll be visualizing, one day going to the weight area. You're visualizing it as you're walking on the treadmill. At home, you're going to repeat the process. You can write it down. I think day 12 is when we talked about affirmations and the power of writing it down. So you can do all these things. Eventually, you will either, if you don't get with a trainer, you will figure out, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and do some squats, or I'm going to do something. You're going to try something. And that could be the thing you try. And you just do a little bit of it. And you just keep doing that, and eventually you add more and more. You speak to people in the gym. If you're not a social person, then you don't have to speak to anybody. But if you are a social person, then you start speaking to people, and then you may ask them like, hey, what are you doing here? And then you start seeing if you could get even just one exercise. You don't have to work out with them completely. If they doing bench press, you can say, hey, can I get in with you? I'm new to this, blah, blah, blah. People who are fit love to help other people who are not fit. Even if it's another fit person, just they love to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's basically, it's like, I ain't gonna say it's bragging, but it's a damn. I can't even think of the word right now. Don't even matter. But they love to do it. They love to help people out. Do you still do fitness training? No, I don't still do fitness training. That's what I was saying earlier. But they love to help people out. So you can always go in the gym and find people to help you out. It's a compliment. I was drawing a blank. It's a compliment to them when you asking them, hey, what do you do? Blah, 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 blah. They feel, honored to be like, yeah, I'll help you, because it's like, oh, it's paying off. What I'm doing is paying off, other people recognizing it. You know what I mean? So you'll always be able to find something, and then you just add more and more to your routine. Then what happens from there, you start looking up little things on YouTube, looking up different things, and you just add a little more. Don't try to go crazy in the beginning. Just gradually add things into your workout. And next thing you know, you'll have a whole 1 hour strength training routine. And yes, I said strength training. That is the most important thing to getting in shape. All that cardio stuff, that was in the beginning. That was just so you can get in the gym. But that cardio stuff is not it. It's not the way to get you will never see anybody sculpt their body by doing cardio. That's not how it works. You cannot sculpt, like for the ladies, right? Let's think of someone who is very fit, but yet still has thick thighs and stuff. Now, some of it is genetics. But let's say like Serena Williams, right? She didn't get that from just doing all cardio. That was weight training. A lot of it is weight training. Track athletes, the 100 meters, 200 meters, they don't get that from just doing all cardio. Granted, their thing is, well, 100, 200 is more It's more anaerobics than anything. But they do have to do longer distance just to get in shape overall, as far as their cardiovascular system. You know what I mean? Not as far as they look, but they do a lot of strength training. I used to train a pro athlete, and most of our stuff was strength training. Um, that's what sculpted her body. The sprints also does help though, for legs. Your sprints can help, but that long distance cardio, when you look at a 100 and 200-meter runner versus a long distance runner, who looks better? You know what I'm saying? A long distance runner, they be skinny and flabby, right? No one wants to look like that. They want to look toned, strong, um, while still being feminine. For the ladies, you won't get masculine looking. You don't have enough testosterone. Um, for the fellas, I mean, fellas know fellas want muscle. So that's a big thing. Also, changing up your diet. It doesn't matter how much cardio you do, how much strength training you do. None of that matters if your diet is trash. You have to change up your diet. Um, it is what it is. There's many ways you can do it. You can change up your diet by dropping your number one thing that this messing up your diet, i.e., let's just say you eat chocolate chip cookies every day. You can either drop the chocolate chip cookies and when I say you eating it every day, like you eating it every day, you eating a lot, you know, you can drop the cookies and keep some of the other stuff in. Eventually you want to start taking everything out. Or you could take out a lot of the other stuff and just keep the cookies. You know what I mean? But you can't have it all. You can't eat everything you want and just think, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna have the body I want. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work that way. So it's very important for you to uh, figure out what part of your diet is the thing that's killing you the most. And do I want to take that one thing out and still have access to other stuff? Or do I want to take the other stuff out and still have access to that one thing? And it doesn't mean increase on the whatever decision you make. If you take out A, it doesn't mean increase with B. If you take out B, it doesn't mean increase with A. It means keep the same amount. So if you eat, let's just say I'm just random, you eat 10 cookies a day, but you also eat breads and you drinking juices or sodas or whatever, take out the juices and the sodas, you can still eat 10 cookies a day, right? But if you're taking out the 10 cookies, then you can still have the don't increase one. That's just initially. Eventually you want to cut out all of this because it's all trash and it's killing your body. And you should really only have it every now and again if you're going to eat it. And when I say every now and again, it's like every now and again. People will say, "Oh, I'm depressed," or "Oh, I'm feeling sick," or "Oh, I'm celebrating this." That eating it every time there's something like it's just this one time. This one time happens a lot. Can't do that. Every now and again, it's like, yo, I love chocolate chip cookies, right? So every now and again, it got to be like maybe once a month, once every 2 months, you know, stuff like that. Even though I'm cutting out sugar because that's one of my resolutions. But I'm just giving you an example. So it's real important to make sure your diet is on point. But in the beginning, you're not focusing on any of that. In the beginning, you're just focusing on making it to the gym. Can you make it to the gym? Now, for the people who don't want to go to the gym and they just want to work out at home, okay, cool. If you have a cardio machine at home, can you just get on it and walk for 5 minutes every day? And then eventually, you will start to add another minute. Do 5 minutes every day for, I would say, 1 month. I know you feel like that's easy. I can do that. Fine. Then do it. That's the other thing. If it's easy and you can do it, and I'm giving you something easy to do, then do it. Don't worry about trying to increase the number or any of that. Just do the 5 minutes every day for 1 month if you never worked out ever, you know. And then after a month, now you can add another minute and then another minute. You can add a minute every week or you can add a minute every day. The key is being consistent. Eventually, you will create a habit. And once you create that habit, now you can start to add more and implement different exercises into it. Um, if you're doing squats, uh, do 3 sets a day. I know it seems like a little bit, or 4 sets, and just you could do 4 sets of 3 and then add 1 rep to one of the sets every day. You know what I mean? So if it's 4 sets of 3 today, then tomorrow is 1 set of 4 and then the rest 3. Then 2 sets of 4 and then 2 sets of 3. Then 3 sets of 4, then 1 set of 3. Then all 4 set or all 4 sets will be 4 reps. And then you just slowly increase. You can do that with squats, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you're doing. And that's a progressive overload. And it's so small that you won't even feel like you're doing that much of a difference. Like if I say, hey, today you're gonna do 4 sets of 5, and then tomorrow you're gonna do 4 sets of 15, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel it big time to the point where you're like, damn, I don't know if I could do that. But even if you accomplish it, and then I say tomorrow, the day after that, you're gonna do 4 sets of 20, you're discouraged. You're like, I don't want to do that. If you're feeling tired for any reason, you're gonna be like, do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into the next day and the next day, and then you done missed the whole week. But if you do it a slow, progressive overload, then you won't even feel it because it's just 1 rep to the total volume that you're doing. So 4 sets of 3 initially, that's 12. The next day, 1 set of 4 and the rest 3, that's 13. You only added 1 rep. You don't feel it. You don't even notice it. But over time, now you are doing 4 sets of 20. You feel what I'm saying? So now you're doing 80 reps, where before you was doing 12. And it won't even feel like it because you're getting used to it. Your body is changing and it's adapting. So that's about it. What time is it? Because I know I gotta get this. Okay. But yeah, so those are pretty much some of the basic things you should be worried about. And recap, to recap, start off just by going to the gym, walk to the back, and leave. Do that consistently. Damn, I'm really cramping here. Do that consistently. And you can do that for a week or 2 weeks if you need to. You just want to say, yo, I'm going to the gym, and you're feeling good. While you're doing that, you're still doing your affirmations, and then you're going to start going there and getting on a treadmill for 5 minutes. While you're doing that, you're visualizing you eventually going into the weighted area. You don't have to go, you're just visualizing it. Like, man, so you can see somebody doing something and then you picture yourself doing that same thing, and just do that while still telling yourself, I am healthy, I am fit. Then you will eventually make your way there. Either you're going to get a trainer, or you're just going to go there and figure it out, or you're going to talk to somebody who seems like they know what they're doing, while still doing the affirmations, while still writing it down. Then after that, you will start to implement more and more to your strength training routine. And then you'll start working on cleaning up your diet, taking one thing out of your diet, or taking a bunch of things and leaving that one thing that you love. And then from there, after a year, you can reevaluate and say, okay, now I want to sculpt my body a certain way. Also, in the recap, make sure you're doing compound movements when you first start your weight training. Not anything that's geared specifically for one body part. Compound movements is using multi-joint. It's a multi-joint using multiple muscles to move a certain weight. So bicep curls is an isolation. Damn, cramping. Bicep curls is isolation. But if you're doing it with the barbell, if you're doing bent over rows, you're still working your bicep, but you're also working your back as well, right? And your rear delts. But yeah, so hope that works for y'all. Let me know if you when. Let me know in the comments if you're going to start your journey, when you starting your journey, and then at a later date, tell me how your journey is going, or if you have any questions. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and hit me in the DMs, or you can email me. I usually put the stuff in the description. If you have any questions on, what you should do, or I'm having trouble with this or that, Till next time, peace.